I've just removed all of the spot welds along this piece and just tried to sort of pull it away. This seems to be a patch, so it doesn't have any of the parts, and that means it's welded here. And I'm just a bit stuck getting this bit off because they've welded the top, so I think I'm going to have to grind that down and then see if I can get to this panel here, the inner sill, because the inner sill should be spot welded along there. I'm not sure. I think it should be on the outside, but I'm not sure. And then we've still got to grind this bit or cut this bit out somehow. I spoke to someone from a specialist MG garage who had just gave me some advice on the sills, to how to remove some of the parts and how to put the new parts in. And they've actually said that where here I have tried to remove as much as possible, and I wasn't sure how you put the inner sill up here in between these two sections. They've just said what they do is put it on top and then cut it round these bits, and then the same for the rear, because you just can't get into these sections here. So they advise grinding it back and just putting the inner sill on top. Just removed the inner sill, and you can see this is the castle section where the jacking point should be sort of strengthened here by this. It should also partly be on the castle section, but if you have a look, it's just hovering all sort of around twisted, bent metal, and this is supposed to be the strong part of the car. Today we are going to try and remove the castle section. Right, so I've just been working from the front, just grinding some of these down. Just going to have a go with a chisel just to try and get in between the two parts. Looks like that's coming away quite nicely. We can get it and just pull it down. Right, I can bend it down, and if you can see, right there should, so all along this edge where it's actually releasing the gap, there should be spot welds. However, the previous owner, when doing it, I believe only used seam welds along, where is it, along this edge, and only every now and again. So we're going to grind those off and see if we can get this part off.
There's a weld here, here, I think there might be one here, just very sort of occasionally all the way along. So luckily it's not fully seam welded, so it'll be easier to get off.
Right, so we've now ground off all of the sort of seam welds round the back, and we're just going to try and wiggle it upwards and up and down just to try and free it. And that is that part of the castle section. Now we just need to take the jacking strengthener bit off, and we're just going to drill these spot welds out. We've got this last bit to do, but first we need to take off this jacking point because it's attached coming out of the main sort of subframe of the car. Right, so we've just removed the jacking point from here just because it joins up the top to the castle section. We're just trying to keep the bit where the subframe comes out intact. And now we're going to get on with trying to separate the remainder of the castle section. So this is the rear part, it goes all the way along here and up here. It's a bit difficult to sort of work out where it's attached because there are so many bits coming out like along here, and there are so many old panels that have been put on top of older panels as well. So let's give it a go. Try and separate these last sections. Right, so that is all of the castle section removed. We still have a bit from the old one up here that I'll just grind back, but it's now all ready for us to weld the new panels into. I am absolutely awful at losing things. I just keep losing the attachment that you need to undo the grinder and change the discs on it, which is really annoying. But anyway, today we had a little go at taking the wheel off. There's a bit of play in the kingpin, we think. We tried to use shims to sort of move it out and move it back in to try and reduce the play, but unfortunately it seems like it's just the kingpins that we'll have to take out and replace. I've got spare kingpins that have been refurbished by Moss, so hopefully it will be quite a straightforward swap. It's not easy because you have to sort of compress the springs, remove everything to do that, but hopefully we won't run into too many difficulties when we do it. If you like these videos, give me a thumbs up, comment down below and subscribe to my channel. Next week hopefully we'll be attaching the new Sills.